Hello, welcome back to Liz Craft YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to make a crochet fanny pack or a waist purse. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe right now. And also, if this video is really helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. So the materials you'll be needing for this project are: you'll be needing your crochet hook, and I'll be making use of this tiny hook. It's called a T-Rose and it's size 1. I have the adjuster, the zip head, the o-ring, the clip, and then your yarn. I'm using a size 9, lighter, and then your scissors. So this is divided into 3 parts. There's 3 sections. This is 1. This is the back part of the waist purse, and it measures 5.5 inches for the zipper part, 2 inches for the corner, the slanted corner part, and it measures 5 inches for the side, 2 inches at the slanted corner. So it goes all the way around like this, 5.5 again. This is the bottom part, just like we have the zipper part. So this is the bottom part, which is also measuring 5.5 inches. So this is 1 of 3, and then this is the front part. This is 2 of 3. So the zipper part is going to fit directly into this, just like this, and then half of the slanted part, and then the other side goes directly to the edge. So it's going to fold, it's going to meet together like this. You have the zipper part there, here, then it goes to the other side. So this is the first and the second part. So it's just about folding, then placing it together and stitching it together. Then we have our zipper part, and then the bottom part also. So this is it for the first and second parts of the crochet purse, of the waist purse. And then we have our small purse, which is going to fit directly on top of it. So let's get right into the tutorial. So I'll be making use of 3 strands of yarn. I'm using a size 9 yarn. So we'll start by making the slip knot and then chain 33 for our foundation chain. So if you're new to crocheting, actually I would like you to watch my previous videos. I've made some tutorials on how to make the simple or the basic stitches in crocheting. So you'll find a video on how to make the foundation chain, the single crochet stitch, and all other stitches too. So in this video I'll be making use of the single crochet stitch. So this is my 33 chains, and then I have my turning chain, and then for my row 1 I'll be making the single crochet all through. So I'll be making use of the single crochet stitch. So it's just a simple stitch. You'll find that in my previous videos, one of my videos. So I'll meet you at the other end. So this is my row 1. I have the 3 stitches here, and then it measures 5.5 inches. So now for my row 2, before I go ahead to my row 2, I would like to show you what I'm trying to make. So this is it. This is the part I made now, and then you can see, continue from this side, I have a slant edge. That's row 1, and then you have your slant edge. So this slant edge is going to be achieved by just increasing each rows after your row 1. So you'll be adding 1 stitch each, one single crochet stitch each to the sides. So to do that, what you just need to do is inside, after making your turning chain, inside the first loop you are going to make 2 single crochet stitches. Can you see this? Inside one I have 2, this is the first one, and then the second one also go inside the same loop. So I have 1 increase there. So for the remaining loop I'll be making use of 1 single crochet stitch each till I get to the last loop where I will have 2 single crochet stitch again. So this is the last loop, and I'm going to have 2 single crochet stitch. So this is the first one, and then the second one goes directly into the same loop. So I have my turning chain, and then for the third row now I'll be having 2 single crochet in the first loop again. So for my row 2 now I have 35 single crochet. For my row 3 I will have 37. For my row 4 I will have 41. So just those 2 increase, it keeps on increasing like that till you have that 2 inches for the slant side, for the slanted side. So you're going to do that at the other end too, so you have the required length you are trying to achieve. Just like I said earlier, we have 2 inches, and then after that, instead of increasing, you just go ahead and make it the same single crochet stitch that you have on your last row here. So make it straight, then you slant it again. That's so from this row now I wouldn't be adding 2 single crochet stitch on this again, just 1, so there won't be any increase on this row. So this is what I'm going to do from this row till I get to the required length of 5 inches for the side. So this is what I have. So after the 5 inches you're going to have the slant edge. So this is just like replicating what you have on the other side. So for making the slanted edge now, you have to reduce now, going the other way. You know, initially we had to increase. So for this end, sorry, I have my yarn all tied up, so I just have to find a way to lose this. So I'll just make this to the other end. Although this is a voiceover, so I later realized the length I worked on here was not up to 5 before doing the decrease. Well, I later loosed it. You'll see it later in the video where I had to lose it. But let me just show you how I made the decrease at this side. So you have this first loop here, you make your, and the second loop, you have to join those 2 together in order to achieve the decrease. And then you continue till you get to the end of this row. So you'll be working your decrease for the end of this row on the last 2 loops on this row too. So you're going to have your single crochet stitch all through. So getting to the end of the row now, I would like to show you how I made my decrease on the other hand. So I have 2 loops left now. So all you just need to do is to join these 2 loops together to have the decrease. So you just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Then you have 3 strands and you pull through the 3 strands. So you make your turning chain, and then you decrease again for the next row. So this decrease will continue till you have your 2 inches on the side again. Majorly I would like to work with the inches here because we have different tension, and also the material we're working on, if you follow my stitches, you might not have the same length, so you might not have the same length. So just following the length, you know the number of stitches you can make to achieve that. So after I did this, after placing it on the one I did initially, I noticed the length wasn't the same. It wasn't up to 5 on the side, so I had to lose the decrease side. I had to frog it. It was so painful, and I just had to continue. Frogging might be painful. It's not might, it's always painful when you frog. So I had to do it all over again. Not all over, from that part till I was able to achieve the same length for both of them. So this is what I have for this. So when you are done making this, what you just need to do now is to work your single crochet all through the sides of the section you're working on. So I'll be making the single crochet stitch just for firmness, to make it all firm together. You know, it's kind of stretches, so this kind of gives it a form of firmness. When you do the single crochet all round, you're going to do it through the sides of this part. It applies to all other parts too, so you're just going to make the single crochet all round. So I'm going to continue this and then also meet you at the end of this. Just one single crochet all round, just one row of this is okay. So the way I work it on this side is, you can see this. We have here. So I will just put it in between the stitches, in between. So in between those holes, you can see easily. That's where you put it, and this is what I have. So you're going to do this all round till you get to the beginning, and here we go. So this is it. You can see the mixture of colors for this. It came out really pretty. So we are good to go for the first part of this. Now we will be moving to the second part. So we have this small stitch here to this end, increase, straight, you skip some stitches all the way up like that, and you just replicate that for the other side. So to start with, let us take the measurements. We'll just be needing, let's say, almost 1 1/4 inches for this side before the increase. So to start with, I'll still be using my 3 strands, make my slip knots, and then the foundation chain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7th one is my turning chain. So I'm going to make the single crochet stitch all through, no increase, no decrease, for the rows till I have the required length for this. So measuring this, I have 1 inch. That's for the 6 stitches. So yarn over your turning chain, then you continue till you get to the required length. So let's take the measurements to know what we'll be working with. This is 5 centimeters, that's 2 inches. So I've done my 2 inches here, so this is it. So from here I can start the increase just the way we did the increase for the first part. You're going to be having 2 stitches in 1 loop. So this is 1 and this is 2. When you get to the other end too, for the last loop, you'll be having 2 stitches in 1 loop. So this is my first row for the increase, and then for the next row the same thing applies. You'll be having your 2 stitches in one loop for the increase, and then the other hand 2 stitches in one loop till we get to the required length for this part. So this continues. So increase. So let's measure that. So we have 2 inches here too. 2 inches, 1.5, half. So I have my 2 inches now. So I want to show you how this works. So you can see after the 2 inches, also the length I have at this end works for the fold. After the first part is on fold, it works for the edge. So now I'm going to have the straight one, no increase after this row, which measures 1.5 inches. So no increase for the first loop. So you're going to have just the single crochet stitch without an increase for this row. So what you need to do after achieving that is I will be skipping three loops, which is half an inch, and then I'll turn it over. So that will be the part that forms the zipper part. That's after doing the one without the increase. So I'm now at the zipper part. That was why I skipped those 3 loops at the beginning. So this is how it looks. So this part now is what I'm working on. So that's the zipper part. So you just have to make sure everything fits directly. It's just like a puzzle. It fits directly into each other. So I just make it till I get to this side, and then the 3 loops I skipped, I'll return it back, then go forward, decrease, and then I'm done. So now this is what I have. So I will have to add the 3 stitches now. 1, 2, 3, and then my turning chain after this, and then I start from the second chain from the hook. So this is 1, 2, 3. So I have the 3 stitches back. So I'll continue till I get to the end of this row. So this is what I have. This is what I'll be doing. I'll be making the straight part. I will reduce, and then this smaller part, just like a replica of what we have here. That's what I'll be doing at the other side. So this is the straight part now. I will be reducing now to achieve this, and then I'll make this other small parts, and that's all. So for the reduction now, remember, like we had in the first one, the first 2 loops is what you'll be reducing. Yeah, and you do this same for the other hand. The straight part measures 1.5, and then that 3 loops I skipped measures half. So that actually completes the 2 inches for the slanted side. So now we're going around again with the single crochet stitch. Single crochet stitch all around for firmness. So I'm done here. I've done the single crochet all around. So this is what I have. So the third part now, we'll be making the small purse. Sorry, I didn't show how to make these. That was because I was out of storage space. I couldn't continue with the video. I had to manage my phone storage space. So but I'll just explain how I made this. Just make your foundation chain to the required length. No increase, no decrease for this. Just make it straight. When you get here, make few stitches. Keep this with foundation chains. Yeah, join it at the other end. Yeah, and then you go back with a single crochet stitch on it. So that's how I achieved this. Then you go round to form this curvy edge or the bent part. So that's it. So for this part, majorly the total number of chains you skip is the total number of foundation chains you make and you attach the other end. So after that foundation chains, you can add 2 more rows and then you go around like 5 rows or 6 rows based on how big you want the small purse to be. So now joining everything together, I'll show you how I joined this together. So the first one I'll be doing is to join. First thing I'll do is to join the zip to it. So the zip starts from the top. There's a little bend. It starts from the top to the other side. So you just have to join this with your needle and thread neatly. And if you have a sewing machine, you can make use of that. This actually makes it more neater. So I'll be making use of my hand. So I'll just join this neatly. So you just have to be careful not to punch your hand, not to injure yourself while doing this. So just join it neatly. So this is the way I'm joining. If you are really good with the hand sewing, you should actually understand how I am doing this. Just like sewing forward, going backward and bringing it to the front again. It gives it almost like a sewing stitch, like you're sewing. So you make sure your zip doesn't fold up when doing this. So make sure it lies flat as possible. So this is what we have. So for this now, you can see this edge. This edge goes to the beginning of the slanted edge. And then you just pick where it stops, join it to the other side. So you still have a little part like ½ inch left. So you join it together. Like this. So you secure this side carefully, you secure it well, because the edges are actually very important. You won't want the zipper to fall out after using it for a while, or when you're trying to put something in the bag and then it loosens. No, so the other parts, you just stitch it down. So you just stitch this down. Then you bring it to the other side too. Then you try to lose it a little. Make sure the edges meet to know how you're going to pull the other side. Either you pull it or you leave it the way it is. So I'm done now, and I'm just securing the other end too. So you secure this tightly and perfectly to avoid losing. I'm trying to get the two edges together, so I guess I'll just do it one after the other. So this is what I have. So all you need to do next is to join the two edges. You can see where the edges meet, and then the straight parts, wherever it stops, you join it together, the two edges again, and then we're good to go. So you just join those we have to join the remaining parts together. So this is the back, this is the zipper, this is the back, this is the back, and this is the front where we have our purse. So you just have to put your zipper too on this. Now your zipper head has to be at the beginning, and then you can have the other side go all the way down, and then you can cut off the excess when you're done. So just stitch it, and then this is what we have. So you have to get the middle of your work for you to place your purse, your small purse, the small compartment. You just have to get the middle and then attach it neatly to the front. So just watch carefully how I get to attach this to it. Oops, it actually came out. So just watch carefully. I was trying to secure that hand actually. Yeah. So I'm going to tie this just to avoid pulling out. So now you can just attach this like this. Just like I did for my zip. Like you're sewing, you can also sew this down, you can attach it with your sewing machine, but just make sure it is placed in the middle. What you have from one side, you have it on the other side, and then you can use your tape measure to get the length, but make sure the fold is actually on it, not that you stretch or not that you stretch it, just make sure it's folded to form the compartment. So I'll cut the excess zipper out, and then I can use my lighter to secure the edge. And then now you can see these two edges, now they have to meet, so I'll join them together. Then the straight part joins here, this other slanted part goes all the way, and then the straight part goes all the way. So all you just need to do now, remember we made single crochet stitches at the edge, so we just have to join that together. So please, if you have any question for me, you can drop it in the comment section below. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel and you're still watching right now, please just take a few seconds to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and also share. That will actually go a long way. Please kindly subscribe if you have not. So you just have to take from one back to the front, from the back to the front. So that's how you're going to stitch this together. There's several ways you can stitch this together, but I just chose this method. So you can see. So I have my two edges now. So the straight part, so you just have to place it together. Although I initially tried stitching this together like this, but it didn't work. I was having the stitch showing on the front part, so I had to lose this and then stitch it in another way. But I'll show you what I did. So you can see the stitch. This isn't making any sense at all, so I had to lose this. I had to lose this and use another means of stitching the side. So now this is what I will be doing. So I tried pulling the thread out back. I actually stitched it all the way, but let me just show you what I did. Make sure the two edges are meeting. You can see I have to do a little bit of stretching here just for it to fit properly. So what you just need is to just take the two ends from, just take a loop and then a part of the stitch from the back and then stitch it all together. So you see it's not showing at the back, it's not showing in the front at all, like what I did here. So this is what I did for the sides. So I get to the other hand, I just pulled a little. Please, and just be careful of the way you pull it together, not to have a fold at the side, not to have a fold on your project. So I'll just stitch it all the way to the end. So just taking a loop, the back of the loop, back of the loops together, you can see. And yes, we're done. We're done for the joining. We're done. So just secure the edges and then you're good to go. So I'll cut this, and this is what I have. You can see? You can see? So now we'll be joining our other materials, our accessories and everything. So one of the rings goes into this. This is the left hand side. It goes into this, and then I stitch this. So I'll be using this belt. It's called the belt. This is like a rope that goes all the way around, so it's called the belt. So I'll just be cutting 31.5 inches. So I'll stitch that down, place this inside it, stitch this hand to this hand like this. For this side, this is what I'll be doing. I hope you understand this. Then for the other side now, what I'll do before I place it to the other side, I'll be putting my adjuster. This is called the adjuster. So just place it inside. Make sure the belt is not folded. Then you take it to the other side. So this is opened like this. So I'll put this here. I'll put that there. And then the other side goes into this. So after I've pulled this into
let me
this,
just show you. Even though I was trying to avoid the video stopping, I don't have much space. I didn't have much space on my phone, so I've attached this now. So let me just show you what I did. So I put this into this, then I sewed it, this into this, place this into this. Then from here you can see the edge of this belt, and you know it's a thread like material, so it will be pulling out. So I use the lighter to hold the edge together. Can you see? So just pull that. So that's the adjuster. So if you need to adjust the belt, that's what you need to, that's what you'll be using. So this is the adjuster. So now this goes into this, and please be careful of the way you put this. You can see. So this, I'll be securing this so that, and you secure it in a way that it doesn't pull out of the adjuster. So you see, this is the front. It can't go this way, so it has to go this other way. Please make sure the front side is the front side. So I'll be sewing this together in a neat way, since I'm not using a sewing machine, just like I'm doing hemming to a cloth. That's what I'll be doing here. So for this other side, just fold twice or 3 times, just avoid it pulling out of this adjuster. Fold it just to avoid it falling out, and then you just stitch it the other way, the same way you did the other one. So you can see this won't be able to pull out of this while you are adjusting the belt. You see, and yeah, we are all done. We're good to go. The fanny pack is ready. Yeah, it can be adjusted to your waist length, and this is what we have. So neat and beautiful. So you can add any other accessories to this, logos, any other thing you want to put, and that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and please, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. And if this video was really helpful, also share this video with people, let them watch this video. And I'm saying this again, please, if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.